Alright, what's up everyone? I am NHA37, also known as NHA37, and we are back for the MBBC Modern Budget Brew Challenge Quarterfinals. This time it is my deck, Blue Control, against Bboymadness, who is on Blue Black Hollow One. And we got an interesting opening hand. No third land. We do have a Quicken to find another land drop. Let's take a look at B-Boy's list and see how fast he can go. So he's running copies of Bizarre Trade Mage, new card out of Modern Horizons. It's basically Bizarre Baghdad. Go for the throat, Thirst for Knowledge. We're gonna keep this hand. Not amazing. These dissolves are kind of dead. But if we're able to find land drops, like with this Quicken, I think we're going to be fine. There's nothing really broken he's doing on turn 1. So we're just going to lead with this island. Alright. So the goal of B-Boy's deck is to... First, let's hope we draw land. Basically, to power out Hollow One as fast as it possibly can. We drew a 5-drop. That's a yikes. Elixir of Immortality. Oh, not like this. Yeah, really needed a land here. A land next turn to set up for Dissolve would be pretty nice. He's going to Thought Scry himself. Looking for like a Stitchwing Scab. He did not hit one. He hit a Prized Amalgam, though. That's pretty good. Stitchwing Scab is a creature that if you discard 2 or 3 cards, let me double check, it is discard 2 cards, 1 in a blue, you can turn it from graveyard to the battlefield tap. So another way to kind of turn on all at once. With 2 mana here, he might go for like a Charter Course. He also has Mana Leak in his deck, worth noting. Okay, if we find a land here next turn, I think we're going to be in a really good position. Especially with him just passing. But we do desperately need a land. Blue would be preferred. Alright, I mean, we hit the land. But it is not a blue land, so actually not as good as we would have hoped. And he's just doing nothing on turn 3 is very good for us. This might be a Bizarre Trade Mage. If he casts that, we're just going to go Path and then shuffle our graveyard into a library with Elixir of Immortality. Ooh, just hardcast Prized Amalgam. Okay, we can take our beats from Prized Amalgam for a little bit. Let's just shuffle in our Quicken. More uncastable spells. Pretty poo-poo, if you ask me. I feel like B-Boy's deck is really going to be able to punish us here if they're able to drop something like a Tassiger. Now maybe we should have killed that Prized Amalgam because now he could have Mana Leaks. But we are at 25. Like we have plenty of life. We're not dying to this Prized Amalgam anytime soon. He's got for counters 2 Spell Pierce and 2 Mana Leaks. Ooh, looks like I got a message from Dr. Odd. I'm going to be commentating his match in a little bit. See what he's got here. Stitchwing Scab. Interesting. So we can just path that, which I think is what we're gonna do here. The ability that allows it to get it back from the graveyard is pretty clutch. So I think that'll allow them to get back that other Prized Amalgam from their bin. Which is not what we want. Really need a land. Alright, cycle Quicken into another spell we can't cast. And this has been my whole day today. Pretty unfortunate. This deck has 26 lands, so not hitting land drops here is pretty devastating. Yeah, we're at 19. 24 lands. So we have 24 lands. The Scrappy Scrounger, okay. Once again, really just wanting to hit land drops. Oh, we got there. Nice. So, a few options. We could play Jace, Architect of Thought, and just down tick it. We don't really care too much about it going, about them killing it, just because, like, we need the cards. Basically, we're just looking for more card advantage. We could leave up Dissolve, but then, nothing's stopping them from just saying go. So, let's just slam this Jace. Oops. Hopefully they don't counter it. He has a Spell Pierce, looks like. Maybe considering letting this Jace resolve. Nope. Get a Spell Pierce. Yep. That's fine. Get the counters out of his hand. Clear the way for Sphinx's Rev. And if we hit a land drop next turn, we could cast Dragonlord Ojutai, which is a very good blocker here. Thought Scour, Milling. Ooh, that's really bad for us. Scrappy Scrounger hitting the bin there is going to allow him to add 6 more power to the board. And we are looking pretty far behind right here. Our really missing land drops for a few turns has been pretty devastating. We are at 13. And of course you could do this at instant speed, so there's no reason to do anything right now. We did draw the land for Ojutai. That's a good start. Let's start here. He needs to have exactly Mana Leak in order to counter this. And if he does, we are pretty dead, and there's not really a lot we can do about it. Okay. Whew. Ojutai has resolved. Unfortunately for us, though, there's really just not a lot we can do here. Like, we can block a Prize Amalgam, take 9, and go to 4, and then we're just dead. Maybe we could even cast Sphinx's Rev to gain a singular life. Drawing something like an Azorius Charm would be pretty butts. Or pretty nuts on butts right now. So that's, I think, our best draw at the moment. Like, even a Wrath. Actually, if we hit Supreme Verdict, which is not in our deck, because it's budget, so I think we actually just block Scrappy Scrounger, because he doesn't have a way currently to get it back. This could go very awry for us, though, but we're going to do it. A little risky. So looking at our deck list here, alright, see what he's got here. Ooh, Stitchwing Scab, that's not good. Ooh, this is looking grim. So we have 4 Day of Judgment, basically, is what we're drawn into. An island. Yeah, that's not gonna do it. I think we are pretty dead. Because let's see, we block here, we take 9, that's not gonna do it. Even if we attack with Dragonlord Ojutai and we hit the Wrath, he's gonna be able to Stitchwing Scab and get back 9 power on our end step. Let's attack though. Let's just make sure. Yeah, but looking at the list here, it looks like those missed land drops in the early game are just gonna be a little too much for us. You might have like a Go for the Throat to kill our Ojutai. That would be pretty unfortunate. Oh, he's just gonna block. Logical. Yep, and we'll skip it up. We would have hit the Day of Judgment too, but because of the Stitchwing Scab, there's really just nothing we could do. Pretty unfortunate. Next game. So game 2, we want these Nihil Spell Bombs, absolutely. These very, very good, shutting down his favorite shenanigans. Dawn of Hope is for control. We don't really want that. Teo is a little slow in this matchup. He is bringing in cards like Duress, but I don't think that's going to be good enough. Timely Reinforcements can be really good. It can, like, shut down the attacking on the ground for a while, so we're going to leave those there. Settle the Wreckage, absolutely coming in here. Very, very solid. Dovin's Veto, I think, is a little slow. Same with Nizal Hall. Linvala is interesting. That shuts down Bizarre Trade Mage from being activated, as well as Tassiger the Golden Fang. It doesn't shut off stuff like Stitchwing Scab from the graveyard. But we're gonna keep those right there and maybe. So let's see what we want to cut first. So cards that are really bad in this matchup are counterspells. Counterspells are pretty terrible against all of his recursion. So like countering Scrappy Scrounger is not really gonna do anything. Same thing with Prize Amalgam and Stitchwing Scab. So counterspells are pretty bad. So we're bringing in 7 cards and we're cutting 8. So let's bring in one of these Linvalas. Is there another card that we don't really like here? No, I don't think so. So, yep, let's cut the counterspells, bring in the Linvala, and just run it like that. Yeah, a bit of unfortunate. Kind of kept a risky hand. Maybe we should have mulliganed it, but so it goes. We would like to play. Ooh, this hand is very good. I'm gonna keep. We could just cycle Azorius Charm, should we really need to. Timely Reinforcements, probably going to get us 3 blockers. Is really nice, and possibly life as well. And Jace going to generate card advantage. Ooh, Bboy's going to 5 here, which is pretty good for us. Alright. We're just going to play this Glacial Fortress. That could have been wrong because we have Nimbus Maze in our deck, so that would allow that to be a little finicky with the manas. But, yeah, Fortress go. Ooh, a Wrath. I say the odds are pretty high that we're just going to cycle this Azorius Charm here to try to draw a card. Especially just because we have Settle and Planar Cleansing in hand. This Scrappy Scrounger. You got it, man. So, let's draw a card. We definitely don't want to give our creatures a lifelink this turn. We drew Sphinx's Revelation. Okay, we need lands. That's a land. Beautiful. So I anticipate we're definitely casting one of these 2 spells next turn. So let's just utilize our mana, cast Timely Reinforcements, just to get some blockers out there. Easy peasy. So Bboy is an interesting place. Cards that he brought in against us, he definitely brought in Negates and Duress. So those are cards that we should be wary of. I'm just going to go ahead and take the initiative and double block the Scrapping Scrounger. He doesn't have a way to get it back. He needs to exile another creature from the graveyard in order to come back. So, doesn't have that. Just has nothing. Just passes. Interesting. Alright, so play Prairie Stream, entering untapped because we have 2 basics. And let's just slam this Jace. Oops. If he counters it, that's fine. We'll set up for Sphinx's Rev, just get the counters out of the way. Looks like he does have a Spell Pierce here. We might have a Thought Scour. No, it is Spell Pierce. Sure. It's fine. Get in for 1. So Bboy is now, it's his turn to start missing land drops. Oh, nope, found it. And it found black mana too. Pretty clutch top deck for Bboymadness. Bizarre Trade Mage. Sure. Oh, that's an Enter the Battlefield trigger? Oh, I thought that was a tap ability. Huh. I was wrong. See if he has any hollow ones. Hollow 1? Just hollow 1. Alright. Ooh, Path. Path is a great draw. But I'm thinking we're just going to fire off this Sphinx's Revelation for 2. Just to ensure that we hit our land drops. What did he discard? He discarded a land, Prize Amalgam, and Stitchwing Scab. Yeah, so let's just do that. Rev 4-2. Oh, we did not hit a land. Yikes. I'm like almost positive there's 24 lands in this deck, so pretty unfortunate. But this is fine. We drew two very good cards, Timely Reinforcements and Path to Exile. He's just passing. So he's got, oh, that was an amazing draw. Nihil Spellbomb. So that's going to eat his Prized Amalgam or Stitchwing Scab. It's going to eat two of these creatures. It's going to eat Scrappy Scrounger, Prized Amalgam, or Stitchwing, or some combination of two of those. Because he can only get one back. If he gets back Scrappy Scrounger, we were definitely eating Prized Amalgam. That is going to happen. So if we get back, because they can get back something with Stitchwing Scab, discard two cards, get the 3/1, but then we get rid of the graveyard, get rid of the Scrounger, and the Prized Amalgam. Because he's 1 mana short of being able to activate Stitchwing Scab, discard a creature, get back Scrappy Scrounger. Yeah, that Nihil Spellbomb was a really, really nice draw. Unfortunately, we are still missing our land drop, but that was definitely a step in the right direction. So is he going to counter it, or is he going to activate Stitchwing Scab? If he activates Stitchwing Scab, I don't know if that's right. Maybe he just has like 2 nothing cards in hand. Really think here. He could have a counter. He could have Mana Leak in his hand. He will most certainly pay for that. He does have Negate. Okay, so Timely Reinforcement's not as good as you might think here because we have less life. It will get us 3 blockers, but we really want Timely to gain us 6 life. However, if we don't cast it, we're taking 7. I don't really care much about the board, though. Yeah, let's just cast it. The timeliest of reinforcements. Getting that negate out of their hand was really nice. Like that was a win for us. Still missing land drops, unfortunately, but this is fine. I think we're in a solid position. I'm gonna cast a Duress. Okay. I'm gonna see 4 cards he definitely doesn't want to see in our hand. Settle the Wreckage, Plane of Cleansing, Double Path. He's gonna take the Settle the Wreckage. Yep, definitely the most problematic card. For us, we really want to draw something like a Jace Architect of Thought or a Narset Harder Avails. Just a way to generate card advantage. That would be our ideal draw. So I think we're going to fire off a path on this Bizarre Trade Mage here. Which could be wrong, but... No, we have no reason to do that, actually. We're just going to chump this hollow one. Like, we could fire off the path on the Bizarre Trade Mage, but he has 2 recursive creatures in his graveyard. 3 of them, actually, so... Probably not the best utilization of path when you have Planar Cleansing. There's no land. So we can cast Planar Cleansing here. And he can't get back any creatures, and that'll leave us with double path. Let's do that. We don't want to attack first. Like, you normally, when you cast a Wrath, you'd want to attack first. However, in this case, don't think that's the move, because if he had a counter, that would have been pretty disastrous for us. We would have taken 4 extra damage. Because if he has 2 cards in his hand, so you can get back Stitchwing Scab and Prized Amalgam, or Scrappy Scrounger and Prized Amalgam. My guess is that is what he's going to do. However, we do have double path with those. Even if he finds a land here, he needs 2 cards in hand for the Stitchwing Scab. Let's see what he can come up with here. I think if we draw something like a Sphinx's Revelation, we are going to be in a very good position to win this game. Just rev for 3, draw 3 cards. It looks like he's passing. He's going to do some stuff on our end step. Or second main. So we draw. Ooh, that was a huge draw. Dragon Lord Ojutai. That was just what we needed. Yep, and it resolves. Perfect. So that was great because it's a way that we can generate card advantage. And it blocks, which is huge, and it can't be countered by negate. So looks like he's going to go for, yeah, just a Scrap Heap Scrounger. Sure. A little intrigued he didn't go for Stitchwing Scab there to attempt to block, because it does return the battlefield tapped. We can muster up here. Gonna Thought Scour himself. Okay. Mills Hollow One Mana Leak. That is very good for us. I can't imagine he left in removal for Dragon Lord Ojutai. That being the only creature in our deck. He only has 2 copies of Go for the Throat in the main deck with 2 copies in the sideboard as well. So can't imagine those are still in a 75. Yep, attack here is virtually free. So we're going to block the Prize Amalgam. That way, if he wants to get it back, he's going to have to use a little more work with Stitchwing Scab. If we block Scrap Heap Scrounger, we're taking 3, and he just get it back. Oh, Jace too. This is turning up real nice. So let's get in with Ojutai. Yep, no removal spell. So we get to connect, hit him for 5, which is not an inconsiderate amount of life. That is a lot of life. Oh, Nihil Spellbomb is perfect. So let's take that in the order. Move to our second main phase. Cast Nihil Spellbomb. This is really nice once again because it's going to eat the... Oh, you have a negate again. Oh, he's just activating his Stitchwing Scab here. Yep, Bins Island and Bizarre Trade Mage. Sure thing. Scab comes in, triggers the Prize Amalgam. We're going to launch this graveyard right now. We don't have black mana in this deck, so never going to draw a card as well. I'm basically just more expensive Tormod's Crypt, because Tormod's Crypt is randomly a tick on Moto right now, so yeah. So a few options. We can play Jace and plus it, so that he can only attack for 4. That does mean that we can't like minus our Jace, but we could just path one of the creatures anyways. But if we're pathing one of them, yeah, actually let's do that, because if we uptick Jace and he attacks both at Jace, that means that we can path one of them and Jace will stay alive. Because like if we downtick him, yeah, he'll get us the cards immediately, but then we like if he attacks both the Jace, there's just nothing we could do. Alright, he's down to 2 cards in hand. I'm liking our position in this game. I don't think this is an amazing matchup for us just because he has so many recursive creatures. Yeah, they come in and out the Jace. So we're going to cast Path. He knows we have it. And we're going to do it on Scrap Heap Scrounger. That's the one that's easier to get back. Even though Scab has flying, you can block Dragon Lord Ojutai. I don't think it's going to be entirely relevant. Oh, does he have a counter? Sure. We're okay with this too. Jace just eating a ton of damage. Giving us another turn with Ojutai. And it ate a counter. Yeah, very okay with this. Oh, land. Well, let's clock in for 5 with Dragon Lord Ojutai. Ooh, sell the Wreckage and Sphinx's Revelation. Let's take the Rev. Rev is usually just the end-all be-all. I'll pick the Jace. So we're going to be able to Rev for 4 here, draw 4, gain 4. Which should probably put this game in the books. Even so, like, he's at 7, Ojutai is ticking down. So, and he has path, like, we have the path through the Stitchwing Scab, so. He's got Duress. Alright, well, let's fire off this Rev. Sphinx's Rev, X equaling 4. Yep, and that's just going to do it. We would have drawn Planar Cleansing, Narset, Day of Judgment, Path. Yeah, and there's just no way. Take the Narset, and he's very dead. Yep, Sphinx's Revelation, doing what it does best. Just ending the game. Alright, so going to the game 3 here. Linval's a little worse than I thought it was. I thought Bizarre Trade Mage was an activated ability. It currently only shuts down the activation of Passiger the Golden Fang, which is not very good. Dawn of Hope's not amazing. Nizalhal is very slow. Counters are pretty trash. We could bring in like Dovin's Veto instead. Oh, I like Linval though, because it could block his Stitchwing Scab, his Bizarre Trade Mage. They'll bounce off each other. I believe that's a 3/4. It is 3 mana 3/4 flyer. That's a very strong card. It blocks Prized Amalgam. It doesn't block Hollow One or Tassiger, though. We can go ahead and cut one of these Wraths, probably. And cut, like, Planar Cleansing for the second copy of Linvala. Just because Wraths just straight up aren't very good against him. I like that better than Dovin's Veto, though. Wraths are good against the Hollow One plan. They're not good against the recursive action plan. Yeah, let's run it. Alright, on to game 3 we go. Let's see. Opening hand is pretty bad. Double Rav, Narset, Day of Judgment, and 2 lands. Yeah, these hands have not been great for me today. We're going to send that one back. Not a lot this one can do. This hand is much better. Keep, Scry, Path. That could stay there. Good answer to your creature in case we need a turn 1 Duress, which looks like is going to happen. That's really unfortunate for us. Kind of needed that Nihil Spellbomb to stop him from doing his graveyard shenanigans. Yep. We're going to lead on Plains here as our land also, just because it works great with our Fortress and Nimbus Maze. Play a Plains and pass turn. Ordergrave tapped. Alright. Nothing happening on turn 2 is pretty nice for us. We draw. Ooh, Narset's a great draw. That is an amazing draw for us. That's a way to generate card advantage, and we'll shut off a lot of his card draw effects. Really wish we were on the play here to be able to get that down. Just passing. That's a little sus. Passing with 3 mana up. Quicken was our draw. So we can't quicken Timely. And we know there's a very high chance of him having a counter in his hand. So let's just pass a turn and plan on firing off this Quicken. There's no reason to give him value off of his counters. Like, we're going to force initiative on him. Plays a land. The only cards he knows about are Nimbus Maze and Timely Reinforcements. He doesn't know about any of these three. He's casting here. Stitchwing Scab, that's amazing for us. Alright, so let's cycle this Quicken. Nimbus Maze. Alright, and we're going to path the Stitchwing Scab, and that means that Narset has found a clear passage to be resolved here. You see, if we ran out last turn, he would have countered it, and then we would have to answer the Stitchwing Scab on our turn, just like a bad utilization of mana. More lands is not ideal. Alright, let's play Glacial Fortress. And Narset, Parter of Veils. Card is absolutely bananas. Down tick. See what we find. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Hello. Sphinx's Rev and Jace, Architect of Thought. This is pretty tough. I think we want the Jace. Because, like, the odds from having a counter here are very high. Just from the way he's played this game. So if we take Sphinx's Rev and he counters it, then that's, like, our whole turn. If we take Jace, there's a chance we could also find, like, a Charm or something like that. So, this could be wrong. We're going to take the Jace. It's because, like, I want to have Sphinx's Rev in a position where he's not in a good place to counter it or to do, like, to duress it. Wow, I'm just passing the turn? That's great for us. Island. Alright, so let's down tick on Narset. Whiffing here would be pretty unfortunate, so let's hope that doesn't happen. Oh, and evidently there's no justice in this world, so let's take Sphinx's Rev. Play land. This is probably why we should have taken the Rev last time. Oops. Is if we took that, then he's kind of under the gun of Rev, so he can never really effectively tap out. Once again, we're not going to slam a Jace into an obvious counterspell here. Just going to pass. Make him commit. Plays a land. Looks like he's flooding pretty hard over there. More lands. Currently, Timely Reinforcements is 3 mana textless. So 3 mana sorcery. That is what it is. It does nothing. It has no text because they don't have more creatures than us and don't have more life than us. So, I kind of want to play around Mana Leak, so we're just going to keep going. I mean, if he wants to play the draw-go game, we are very okay with that. Narset also is shutting off a lot of his good draws. And even next turn we're in a position where he could play Timely plus Jace if he plays a creature. I think he drew something. Bizarre Trade Mage. Stitchwing Scab. That's a bit unfortunate, but okay. So let's go for the Rev here. Let's do the Rev for 3. Yep, and here's the counter. Unfortunately, it is a Spell Pierce. Yeah, that's pretty bad for us. Nihil Spell Bomb. That's not terrible. Play a land. Yeah, Draws this game have not been ideal. Jace. We could pay for Mana Leak, which is really nice. Cannot pay for double Spell Pierce. I mean, if we play Jace, we're 100% going to do the old down tickaroo. I can't imagine this is resolving though. well, he's kind of in a tank here. Might be considering just letting this resolve. Or he might have a mana leak. Wow, it resolved? That is gorgeous. Down tick. We will take Ojitai, please. Yeah, not much of an option here. You definitely don't want the 2 lands. So how Jace works is you if you down tick him, his -2, you reveal top 2 cards of your library, and opponent separates them into 2 piles, and then you choose 1 pile to go into the hand, the other one goes on the bottom. We will choose pile 2 to go into our hand, thank you. I definitely don't want those lands. Now we get to cast Nihil Spellbomb as well. We can even cast Dragonlord Ojitai with Mana Leak up next turn too. So he kind of has an interesting decision here to make with the Stitching Cab, is he can attack the Narset, which would unlock his ability to draw cards with Bizarre Trade Mage or Chart a Course or Thirst for Knowledge. But if he does that, that means he's going to give us something like Jace activation. And if he attacks Jace, then he continues to shut off his other stuff. So it looks like he is going after the Jace. I think that's correct. Just the repeated card advantage we're going to get is probably just too much. Stitchwing Scab. Yeah. We draw more lands. More lands is definitely not ideal. He doesn't actually have a counter in his 75 for this. For this Ojitai though. The only one would be Mana Leak, which we can pay for. So he needs to have exactly the 2 Mana Leaks that are in his 75. Yeah. Ojitai resolving is huge for us. Doesn't mean we're going to lose the Narset, but it's just a board presence. He also doesn't have a way to answer it besides go for the throat, which I don't think is going to be in the list. Oh no, you don't want to do this, B-boy. Oh no, that's not good for you. Oh, he wanted to do that post-combat. Yeah. That was unfortunate for Bboymadness here. Chart a Course, draw 2 cards, discard a card unless you attack the creature this turn. Unfortunately, Narset prevents opponents from drawing more than 1 card a turn. Zoinks. He discarded Mana Leak too, so he did have the leak. Which is, I'm glad we played around it. Yeah, it probably feels a little silly for that. Yep, no attacks. Planning to double block our Ojitai most likely. Interesting. So we can attack with Dragonlord Ojitai. If he double blocks his Stitchwing Scab, we let the trade go, and then we ice the yard with Nihil Spellbomb. And we have Day of Judgment backup. But then we lose our Ojitai. Alternatively, we could like keep drawing towards like Path to Exile and kind of milk this this Nihil Spellbomb. I think that's probably a better move. So we'll do that. Just can go. Once again, we're the control deck here. We are perfectly okay with just playing draw go. Yep, and draw go. Doesn't play a land. We draw whole. Yep, that'll do. Pass turn. We do know one of the revs is on the bottom of our deck from Narset. Take a rest. So we can rev for 3 here to play around a Mana Leak. I don't hate that. Let's do that. The alternative would just like YOLO rev for 6. He already discarded 1 Mana Leak. Like, what are the odds he has another one? This is interesting. You could just like have negate, and this is completely irrelevant, which is what I'm thinking about. Well, Yeah, let's just rep for 3. Let's play around the other mana leak. We also know that there's another spell pierce in his list. He has Dispel. Alright, so it was just completely irrelevant. Sure. He knows about the timely. He's probably going to take this Day of Judgment. Whoa, he took timely reinforcements? Interesting. See what the scabs are doing here. Nope, still hanging on D. We draw another Ojutai. That was a huge draw for us. So let's get in. Because now that allows us to accept the double block, blow up the yard, play second Dragon Lord Ojutai, and it doesn't really have an answer to that. Yep, here be the double block. Yeah, I think this was like one of the worst case scenario draws for us here from B-Boy's perspective. This works. I think we want to do this now. We could opt to like wait until he discards 2 cards, but we kind of get in a weird position where we're kind of playing a game of chicken, and like he could just like wait until he has 4 cards in hand and get them both back, or like respond by getting one back. So just do it now. Forget the headache later. There's no point in being greedy here. We're pretty far ahead with this Ojutai. See what he draws. He drew Prized Amalgam. You got it, friend. You draw another Timely Reinforcements. It's another card with no text. So I was a little surprised at it the first time. See what Ojutai yields us. A Day of Judgment or 2 lands. Not great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. Let's take the Day of Judgment. And good to take the spell. He has a way to answer our Dragon Lord Ojutai. Pass. It's another duress. You got it, man. I'm now very happy you took that Day of Judgment. So that is the 3rd duress. So there are no more duresses in the 75. So we don't have to worry about that anymore. Which is pretty nice. You should take this one. This card has no text. Oh, wait, he actually took that one? I actually don't hate that, because if we're casting Day of Judgment, that means that we are losing our Dragon Lord Ojutai, which is kind of our main path to victory right now. So I don't hate that by B-Boy's perspective, just because he says, die, at Narset. He probably has another Chart Course sitting in his hand. Yeah, I was right, he does. Sure. Just because, like, if we're casting Day of Judgment, that means we're losing our Ojutai. So it's unfortunate we're being left with 2 of them, but kind of just how this works. Oh, we have all the Day of Judgments. The day has been judged. Yeah, we'll get in for 5. I mean, Ojutai is a pretty significant clock here. Finds us Azorius Charm. That's not bad. And Pestern. See what he's got. Maybe Thought Scour. It is Thought Scour, targeting himself. Mills Island Charter Course. Love it. He found another Thought Scour. Milling himself. Mills Hollow One Bizarre Trade Mage. Love it. Is this the 3rd Thought Scour? The 3rd Thought Scour. Mills Scrounger in an island. I don't love that Scrounger being milled. That one I love less. A little intrigued as to why he didn't do that in combat. for this exact reason. He's about to cast Go for the Throat on our Ojutai. Oh, never mind. Totally lied. Now, I was about to bring up another point. If he did that, then if we had exactly Azorius Charm, which we do, we would have been able to just put it back on top of our library, then cast Day of Judgment, worry-free. So we're just going to Azorius Charm this prized amalgam. Time walk him. Or alternatively, we could actually give Ojutai lifelink. But I think just doing this slightly better. Just because it's like going to fade an entire draw step. Like giving Ojutai lifelink would be terrible. That would put us up to, like if we took 6, it put us up to 19. Like we'd lose 1 life in this exchange. That is kind of loose though. Let's see, what do we draw? This Bizarre Trade Mage. Oh, it's a Stitchwing Scab. Okay. I mean, we do kind of need a draw here. We know he's drawing prized amalgam, so we don't really need to worry about that in the least. It's not a land. Oh, that's an amazing draw for us. Elixir of Immortality. He's going to be able to get back Stitchwing Scab here. Let's get him for 5. So he's basically going to fade 2 Ojutai activations. But if he counters Elixir somehow, that means that he's not getting back Stitchwing Scab. Yep, did not counter it. Cool. Yeah, Elixir was an amazing draw for us. Hopefully there's no prized amalgams in his hand here. That would be pretty unfortunate. Because like with this Elixir, we're shuffling back in Path, 2 Sphinx's Revelation, Jace, Narset, Azorius Charm. What's revealed for us? Those cards. Those are already gone. Nihil Spellbomb are coming back in. Like it's making our deck a lot better. Plus that Sphinx's Rev that we put to the bottom all those turns ago, and the other Jace are not going to be shuffled in. Plus it gains us 5 life. So like this card doing a lot of work here. My guess is he has some amount of counter magic in his hand here. Yeah, he's just not going to activate his Stitchwing Scab. He does know that Prize Amalgam's on top. So he's going to get some kind of value off of it. We will happily take 3. This game is a lot closer than I thought it'd be. Been very back and forth. That turn where he went triple Thought Scour was pretty nice. Yeah, Stitchwing Scab has impressed me here. See what he's doing. Casting Bizarre Trade Mage. Interesting. So that's going to fade another Ojutai activation. These cards, oh my goodness. Double Prized Amalgam hits the bin. No hollow ones, luckily. If we find something like Path to Exile, that would be ideal. Land was pretty terrible, I'm not going to lie. Get him for 5. Once again, next turn he cannot get Stitchwing Scab untapped. He can get back Amalgams, but no untapped Scabs. So that represents 9 points of power. So 9 plus 6 is 15. Puts us at a virtual 4. There might be some consideration from B-Boy here to just let Ojutai connect. Because we know he's not getting back Stitchwing Scab this turn. Casting Day of Judgment would be pretty terrible. Yeah, he's just gonna let it go. He's like, the block is more important to him than chump blocking. Jace. Jace is pretty good. Let's pass this Jace. So we know how many negates he's gone through. He's gone through 0 negates, but 1 dispel. That's the only one. 1 mana leak, 1 spell pierce. So he has a lot of counter magic left in his deck. Only 1 card in hand though. Yeah, it looks like he has the negate here. That's fine. Like, that's okay with us. That means that he's not getting back Stitchwing Scab anytime soon. So my guess is he's going to chump block with Bizarre Trade Mage at this turn. But that's just not fast enough. More lands. Oops, Ojutai definitely needs to hit the red zone here. Yep, he is obliged to block. Yep, play land. I mean, what do you got? You need to draw something to block our Ojutai. Stitchwing Scab is going to enter the battlefield tapped. Counters won't do it. Alright. So he needs exactly go for the throat. Yeah, Thirst for Knowledge. Oh, another Bizarre Trade Mage. Wow, really good draw. Unfortunately, that is just discard 3 for him here. So he's just buying turns. Discards a 3rd Prized Amalgam. Lord. And another Bizarre Trade Mage. Alright, so he's dead to Path to Exile. A lot of draws. Jace was a good draw. Let's start here. So we're looking for Path. Path is GG's. There it is. There is the Path. Yep, he's giving us the GG's. GG's back. We will choose Pile 2. This card's going in any order, please. Man, what a swingy match. Path, the Trade Mage. And it's a Cup of Slow opener with counters, never drew action in time from there. Yep, I feel that is exactly what we thought was happening. He just had a handful of counter spells, really nothing going on. So, like, he just gave us a little too much time to develop our board. And, yeah, got there. Whew. And that does it. Off of Ojutai, we would have hit Azorius Charm, Timely Reinforcements, and the red. So, yeah, really close match against Bboymadness. We did get there. 2 games to 1. Losing that first game due to some stumbling on mana. And yeah, pretty sweet. So far, decks that move on in this MBBC have been Blue-Black Ninjas and this deck with Control on the opposite sides of the bracket. Stay tuned for the other matches. We have Infect versus Kragenwood Cremator, and we have Teamer Aethworks Marvel, which is pretty sweet, going up against Blue-White Spirits. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And yeah, I think that's going to do it. I'm NHA37. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.